You know, guys, we are live. Let me, of course, lower the volume, and we'll get straight to it very soon. We got many things to talk about, guys. We got many things to talk about. Okay. Before I do some transition right here, first of all, if you're live with me right now, make sure you click the like button. Like the video. It is very important to do so because it helps with the visibility of the show. You know. And as usual, we give you guys nothing but extraordinary bangers. I guess you guys can definitely see me now. So many things to talk about. So many things to talk about right here. So many things. So many things to talk about. 1 minute. Just hold on. I'm fixing some things right here, so you guys should hold on. I'm getting some things right here fixed. So hold on a little bit. Good evening, brother. What's up? How you doing? I'll take this up. Just hold on, guys. Get these things fixed right here. Let me call my brother. Olajide, let me call Olajide in. Hello? Stop, bro. Hey, you hear me? I can't hear you, bro. Okay. Hello, yeah. Can you hear me now? Well, I don't know what happened there. Have to go through the stuff together. You guys can see me now. Let's see. I'm quite sure. You know, I had to get this things, you know. So like the video, guys. If you're watching live right now, like the video. I'm seeing some of you guys comment already. So just hold on a little bit to get this thing. The thing is itself. First can I get this thing stuff. Yeah, bro, what's up?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Just hold on, brother. You know, just hold on. Don't just kind of just mute it there. Can you mute it there, like on your side? Because we have to talk about this now, and I'm looking to fix this very quick. But it is important I get it fixed. A lot to talk about. Okay, you guys can see me, right? You guys can see me. You guys can see me. I'm quite sure you guys can see me. I'm quite sure you guys can see me. Okay, you guys can see me, right? You guys. Very good. So now, if you can see me, like the video. If you can see me, like the video. I beg. Like the video, if you can see me. If you can see me, like the video, or say yes on the live chat. I'm seeing some comments right here from Francis Obebo, Blue Mountain Entertainment. You know, like the video, guys, if you can see me. Because I'm like using another format now to communicate with you guys. I'm using another format entirely compared to the one I used before. I guess this one might be better. Or the other one I used better. I don't know. Anyone. But we get. Yeah, you guys can need to know if I'm being seen. So I think yes. I'm going to be definitely reading the comment right here from this place. Are you still with us, Olajide? Still with us, right?
Yeah, hello.
How you doing, brother? What's up? What's poppin'?
Not much, I thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, everything is good. So, Mark Breland really went in, you know, bro, Mark Breland went in on Deontay Wilder. Like, this guy, you can tell that, of course, he did everything for Deontay. He was with Deontay Wilder, like, from day one, you know. And he has so many things to say, bro. I mean, Deontay Wilder must have really offended this guy. I think I can show you guys here. You guys should hold on. I can show you guys here. I was like, I think, yeah. So, my brother has so many things to say. You know, we're gonna look at a tweet right here, you know, and analyze it on what it means and how he meant it. So happy weekend to all of you guys. To my brothers in the house, DE99NN, and shout out to Ali Lewis. It's a how far, bro. Happy weekend, brother. I really appreciate that you guys are here. Nigerians in the house, the British in the house, some Americans in the house. Everybody is in the house. Okay. My brother had all this to say about Deontay, the bronze bomber Wilder. You guys know that I'm not a big fan of Deontay Wilder. In terms of how he handled that loss, you know. I don't think that is how you handle losses. At the same time, you have to definitely look at what, the complications, and the many things. So Breland on Deontay Waters' accusations. He said, we're going to talk about this one first. He did an interview with The Fight Is Right. One, he said so many things. On right here, on this, we're looking at this right here on the screen. You guys can see it. Breland said, so many people know me. My character speaks for itself. Spike the water. If you're looking at the tapes, someone else is giving him the water. Only foolish people come out with stuff like that because it's crazy. What do you make of that statement from Breland Olajide?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, bro.
You see, I can understand Matt Breland's comment there, right? And the other thing that is, all these things happens in a way whereby, if that was me, I would pretty much say the same thing as well. Because if you're trying to blame somebody for something, you have to have everything you can use to nail that person down. The evidence is there. JD's was the one giving him water. But why is the blame going on, Matt Breland? And I think Matt Breland has been quiet enough. I think he's been quiet for over 4 months now. So if he end up speaking now, I mean, I don't blame him, because obviously the talks is just too much, and it's just kind of like, it's just a stupid thing to say, to be honest. Like, and I think it's something everyone knows, right? So with that statement, I would even say something worse than that if that was me, to be honest. I would say something worse than that, because you can't try thrust someone into a pit because you fall. And that's exactly what Deontay is trying to do. That's what he's doing. Where you can't throw someone into a pit. The thing that is, a man is always going to fall at some point in life. But when you fall, you pick yourself back up and see how you can move forward. Not to look for who to throw in the pit because you fall. Because I'm not going to lie, with this, I stand with Matt Breland with this. Even if it's worse than that, I stand with him on that. Because that's it.
Why do you stand with Matt Breland with this? I want to know.
Because obviously, we can all see everything with the clues and everything. If you say, oh, he spiked my water, at the end of the day, all through the fight, it never held any bottle of water for you. Proof on video shows JD's was the one holding the bottle of water. Video shows again, JD's was the one giving you water to drink. So we'll spike the water. So on that part alone, I stand with Matt Breland for that. And at the same time, I stand with Matt Breland because JD's is yet to make any comment on all these allegations. So that's it.
So you stand with Matt Breland on that?
Definitely yes.
Now, Matt Breland also spoke on Deontay Waters' glove allegations. He said, I quote, I doubt it very much. He's not gonna beat Fury regardless. Either JDS is blind or, to be honest, that's how much he knows about boxing. Hell, he probably could have put a cast in and he wouldn't have known. Your reaction to that statement from Mark Breland?
Again, I stand on him for that as well. Because if you're going to blame somebody for inserting something in his gloves, for cheating, for all the glove kits, you have one person that was there in that room. And the truth is, video proof is what nobody can deny. Video proof shows deep down Matt Breland was standing right on the left side of Sugar Hill, looking, staring at the way his glove is being put on. So that's why I love that statement. It's either JD's was blind not to see because you were there watching. So that's why I said this thing there is a bit, the allegations are stupid. It's not something to prove because the proof everyone can see says otherwise. So if they say the truth is this, like, hands down, right? Matt Breland was a boxer before, and he knows in the first fight you were lucky to be gifted a draw. And in the second fight, the way this guy came, this guy beat you. That's why Matt just said he cannot beat Tyson Fury regardless. And that's why I said,
isn't that really is that not something that a former trainer should not be saying?
no,
I
you see, the
understand.
thing is-
He might disagree with, the glove allegations and say, listen, this is all bull crap and this is all BS and all this stuff. That I can definitely understand. But for him to just say, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, you see, the thing that is
Maybe I see it, but Mark Breland, listen, Mark Breland has always defended Deontay Wilder,
That's it.
throughout his years while he was with him. He never said one thing about Deontay. In fact, Mark Breland should be ashamed of himself. You know why I say? I mean, because we are coming, guys. If you're watching right now, like the video. There's still more to come. I understand that Matt Breland, of course, got sacked. The way he got sacked is not. I wasn't happy with it. I don't know Matt Breland. I mean, but I wasn't happy the way he got sacked. It was the way he was fired by Deontay Wilder, just like that, because he actually saved Deontay Wilder's life. Even though Deontay Wilder wanted to go out as a warrior, Deontay Wilder has said in the panel, listen, he's ready to kill someone in the ring, and he don't mind dying as well in the ring. So he preferred to die in the ring than to give up, or than to he preferred to be knocked out cold, than to like for the referee to stop it. That's for him to be stopped. So either way, the referee might have stopped it regardless, and Matt Breland would have to take the blame. But at the same time, I don't like the way he fired Matt Breland. But I'm not liking the way Matt Breland is approaching this thing right now, bro.
You know what? I would say one thing, and I will say one thing on two different sides. Yeah, on three different sides.
Yeah.
Firstly, before I talk about Matt Breland, yeah, if you look at the referee, the moment it's only happened the same time, the referee himself waved the fight off. The referee himself waved the fight off at some point. The only thing that was, the moment he waved the off, the towel came in as well. So he was telling them, that's why he said, I was about ending the fight as well, regardless. So even if the towel was not coming in, I am ending the fight as well. Because Deontay Wilder is no longer responding as a fighter. But the thing is this, yeah, that's the part. Because the referee already waved, but it only happened at the same time. Because I think it was on Sky Sport or something, they looked at it properly. The ref waved it off the same time the towel came in. Right? But that's on one side, right? And then on Matt Breland now saying what he said. On one side, I would say it's not a thing where Matt Breland got upset, because the truth is, the honest truth came out like Matt Breland got fired that night Deontay lost the fight. But they only made it public, I think around November, October was when they made it public, but he got fired that night. And that's why there was news where he was crying outside because he didn't let him come in anymore, and that was when he got fired. And to be honest, if Matt Breland was going to be hating on Deontay, the first interview he granted around October was when he would have said things, right? But him speaking now, in a way, I know some will look at it like, oh, but you were his former trainer. You were training this person at that time, and this and that and that and that, right? It's going to look a bit, in somehow we can look at it in two different ways. But the truth is, When he got fired, he didn't. When they asked him, he made some interview that he's ignored all these things. But the only thing there is he needs to address this. Like he needs to address it. Because it's done about 3-4 interviews that he ignored these questions. But the truth is, these things need to be addressed.
Yeah, it needs to be addressed, but he's coming. Listen, I'm not a Deontay Wilder. I'm not a Deontay Wilder fanboy. Okay, I like Deontay Wilder as a fighter, even though some of his LDBC peasants. Okay, those peasants. They've been trying to take down my channel, my platform, and I know they are Deontay Wilder fanboys. Okay, if I was a bitter guy, I would attack Wilder more, because Wilder gave them the leverage. Gave them that audacity to do what they're doing, because those guys they are hateful people. There are guys that don't want to see you progress. There are guys that want to take you down. There are guys that see when you're doing something positive, they want to take it down. At the same time, I cannot just say, oh, because those guys, they are Deontay Wilder fanboys. Even I just say, oh, Deontay Wilder is this. Deontay Wilder, listen. Deontay Wilder might be, an arrogant guy, very proud, that. At the same time, what he did was wrong, but at the same time, what Breland is doing right now, in terms of just going all in on him, I don't think it's nice in a way, though, But continue.
Well, the thing is, to be honest, for me, like I said, if you look at it on two different sides, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at it in a way, because one thing we all know is Breland has been 1,000,000% loyal.
Yeah, for sure.
To Deontay.
Yeah.
Right?
About that.
And obviously, for that loyalty, we can never take that away from him. Right? But Breland at the same time is somebody that will tell you the truth on how it is. When he was a fighter, when he lost, he didn't give stupid excuses like that. He didn't put blames on anybody. He said it how it is, right? So if he's coming out again now to say things exactly how it is, you see, I know in a way now we should have defended it like, maybe if you had done this and that and that and that. But the truth is, these are things we all know, right? These are things everyone knows. So even if he's trying to sweep everything on the carpet and be like, oh, Deontay this and that and that, this is what we all know, because everyone knows Deontay lost the first fight, but based on 2 lockdowns, that granted him a draw, which is foul. That's some foul play there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And on the second fight, the way the second fight got on, and that's the reason why Breland was a boxer, so he knows with the way this thing is going, Deontay Wilder will get proper damaged. And if you remember in the fight from JD said one thing in one interview, that from round 4/5, Breland has wanted to throw in thought, but he asked him not to. But in the round 7th round, Breland had no other option, because Deontay wasn't doing anything. Deontay wasn't there anymore. He was completely even out of the surviving mode. So at that point, you cannot win this fight anymore. From the 4th round, Deontay is out of this. From the 4th, Deontay is out of this. And he was once a boxer. He's been there. So I respect his honesty on that part. But obviously, I know sometimes we can look at it again and be like, but everyone who saw the match knows from the knockdown on the 3rd round, Deontay is no longer what Deontay is meant to be. From the 4th round, everyone is like, this match should be called off. So I believe, for me personally, in my opinion, I think he's just literally telling the honest truth of that fight, not before the fight, but during the match, during the bout, from the 4th round, Deontay was no longer there anymore.
Okay, brother, I do definitely understand that, and we have more stuff to talk about. We have more to talk about. Let me read it right here, because he said a lot of stuff, bro. He said a lot of stuff. and also talk about Anthony Joshua that we can't forget. So Mark Breland on split with Deontay Wilder. He said, I quote, "Part of boxing, I guess." Okay, I think I've read it already, right? I think I read it already. Okay, let's react quick to that. I think
Okay.
he said, part of boxing, I guess. His career is done. He said his career is done now, so I'm done, and he's done. One thing you all say is he's got a lot of power, and that's all. Only got power, and we will see how far that takes him. That's all I'm gonna say. Your reaction to that, brother?
You see, again now, yeah. When I say Mark Breland is just literally now coming out to confirm the truth everyone has been saying. Deontay has nothing else. I remember there was a time where JD, I can't remember what year that was. If it was 2017 or 2018, when he said Deontay doesn't even use the punching bag at all. Right? And this is similar to what he's now saying now. He's got the power, but everything a boxer is meant to have, he doesn't have that. So you know what I'm saying? And now he's got, and for me personally, I believe that's pretty much one of the reasons why they didn't allow him face Klitschko, AJ, and Dillian White, because you don't have nothing apart from that power, and these three people have got chances of taking that power off you. What would you offer? Nothing. And that's why I said one thing: if you've got a fighter, you know your fighter's weakness. You would not allow your fighter go in with someone that would expose their weaknesses. So, and this power routine started during the time of Klitschko, where his main manager, promoter, said he's still a baby champion. 2015, 2016. And that's why it didn't face Vladimir Klitschko. But because you know what you have, you know your fighter is going to be, you know the thing that will expose it, you don't put him there where dangerous can be. And the truth is, sometimes you try to do certain things and it goes against you. Nobody believes Fury was going to come out the way he came out. 2020 February.
I mean, I didn't believe. I'm not gonna, stay here and start telling you that I knew it. No, I didn't. I mean, almost nobody believed. Even his dad, Fury's dad, did not believe that. Let's keep it real. I think Fury and his trainer, they tried it out. They tested Wilder in the first round. That first round was a test, and once they saw Wilder, can't really live up to the expectation, so they said, listen, we're gonna go all in, and they did. So I think that's how it happened. They are gonna test Anthony Joshua as well, Continue, brother.
Yeah, so those are the things there, when you have a fighter, you know the kind of things your fighter can do, and the kind of things your fighter cannot do. You don't put him where you think will be that dangerous, right? But that's just where it is, and that's the reason why there've been some fight wasn't in, and that's why I'm not surprised. So what my brother is saying now is got the power. Let's see where the power can take, and this is what every boxing thing. You said it as well on one of your things as well. Every boxing channel, I said it. They don't got the power, but the boxing skills, nothing is there. What is going to happen when he faced a proper fighter, a boxer? And that was what happened. It started against Luis Ortiz, but the power was able to beat him up, right? And that was why he lost. He got 7 rounds and everything, and 1 punch, Ortiz was gone, right? But that power at some point when you meet a proper boxer, that power would not do anything. So it's just Matt Breland now coming back out now and say, okay, you know what? Fine, yeah, we know he doesn't have this, he doesn't have that. So it's just a thing of him coming out, that's saying the truth.
Yeah, so let's go to the next one. Of course, Matt Breland has a lot to say. So Matt Breland was asked if Deontay has a jab. He said, I quote, "No. He used the jab one time in that fight with Steven. That was it. He don't jump rope. He don't hit the speed back, and he don't hit the heavy back. Bro, Matt Breland is going hard on Deontay Wilder, bro. This is unbelievable, bro. Your reaction to that?"
Well, you see, again, that's another true thing. JD has said this before. For me personally, I don't think Matt Breland was kind of going hard on him, right? Because if Matt Breland was going hard on him, yeah, Matt Breland will put in some insult with respect, yeah, some respectable insult will be there. But everything he said is he just laid it fact. He doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. So what do you expect? And think, right? Matt Breland is just dropping the real facts down, just telling everyone the humble, honest truth. And if you're gonna be honest, does Deontay really have a jab? No. Nah. All he does is try his left hand to control you to where he can hit and strike, which is right hand. That's it. No jab. The jab he used against Stefan was just a try and error. And I think it was after that fight when they asked JD, and that was when JD confirmed it doesn't use the punching bag and this, and that was where everyone knew. Everyone Deontay's go around him is the yes sir people. Everything he says, let's go yes sir. Yes, Deontay.
I mean, you mean yes man? Yes, the yes man, bro. Yes man.
Yeah, I'm just saying yes sir for a reason. I know he's yes man in that, right? But
I know it's the same thing, but I'm just saying those guys are always like agree with everything they say.
Yeah,
you know, the same people will come here and say and call me your sort of names. I just sometimes I look at their comment and I just laugh. Like, oh my god, this guy's man.
You know, the thing that is this.
I love him Vietnamese.
You know, when you've got too many yes men, you've got too many yesers, you've got too many carry on Deontay, be soft with anything you want to do. It doesn't really help.
Mm-hmm.
And
sure.
I think when JD said it then was when they asked if JD can push him, I was like, oh, it doesn't like you when you push him too much. It doesn't really like training as well. So these are things where Matt Breland is only just coming out, confirming properly what JD has said years before. So to be honest, for me, I don't see him go out on him.
Okay. You did right. So Matt Breland. Give his take on AJ versus Fury. Is where I kind of just like. I mean, this is where I noticed that Matt Breland. I mean, even though he's a good boxer and he was a good boxer and a good trainer. You know, that's where I think he gets it wrong. This guy is really beat up, man. I tell you that. He said, I quote, "To be honest, I could beat Anthony Joshua." Oh my God, man. I could beat Anthony Joshua. To be honest. Joshua doesn't have a jab at all. I would outjab him. I don't think he would be able to touch me. I will put him to sleep. Fury will beat him up. It's just straightforward. He is not hard to hit, bro. My God. Mark Breland. What do you make of that statement from Mark Breland, bro? Like, I could be Anthony Joshua. What do you think of that, bro?
Well, you see,
he said Joshua has no jab. That's a false statement,
that
bro.
part was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Right?
Funny and crazy, like crazy, yeah.
You see, in a way, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that part was funny when he said, "I will do this, do that to AJ and that." That part was funny, but we all know one thing in terms of reality, you know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but at some point when you do some things, you just have to say some things again, just to make what you're doing look funny. Because obviously, I'm not gonna say I want to compare AJ to during the time he's fighting. They're not on the same regime,
Well,
so
they're not in the same way. Like my brother doesn't have a like he doesn't have a better job than Joshua. That's a fact. I mean, this
mm,
shows like the response alone from the fans. Let me show you guys right here. Yeah, people were very like and the response alone shows that this guy is bitter. A lot of people say, listen, even though you see some people right out here who are still like hating on Anthony Joshua and all that, but yet you can't deny the fact that Joshua has a very solid jab. Okay, Joshua has a better jab than Deontay Wilder. Joshua throws double jabs, triple jabs sometimes. You saw that uppercut, So for him to say Joshua doesn't have a jab is just for me. He's coming from a bitter point. You know what I mean? Like, maybe he has problem with Joshua. Maybe just like, or maybe just pissed off, or maybe just like, listen, I don't care. But I have noticed something. A lot of these guys are jealous of the job, bro. It's a fact. A lot of these guys are jealous of the Joshua, and that makes it very, 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 very like sad in a way. This guy Pat Haley says AJ doesn't have a multi-purpose jab is what he's trying to say. He's all good showing it off against a pull left, but against someone like Fury, you will see what Breland means. Pulev has a better jab than Tyson Fury. That's a fact. Pulev jab is one of the, if not the best in the heavyweight division. It's just that because Joshua beats him, listen, anybody Joshua beats become a bomb overnight, according to these guys. And yet none of these tough guys has ever in their life attempt to challenge themselves like Joshua has been doing. Who has Tyson Fury fought, for example? Who has he fought, bro? Like, who has he fought? Listen, let's see who has Tyson Fury fought. How many top 10 fighters has he fought? Tyson Fury is not as special as he is. Tyson Fury lost to McDermott. Are you guys forgetting? Tyson Fury got dropped by Steve Cunningham. Are you guys forgetting? Even by this guy, I think Pajic is his name or something like that. I don't know, Pajic or something like that. Are you guys forgetting? Tyson Fury got dropped, by Deontay Wilder. We just a right hand that landed on the right point, with followed by a left hook. Anthony Joshua Joshua doesn't rely on just a right hand or anything like that. Joshua has power in both hands. I can't say that about Deontay Wilder. If Wilder doesn't catch you with the right hand, he has nothing else to offer. So I just don't know why these guys are all coming out and saying all this rubbish. But let's not forget. Had it been AJ was Breland's father, he will be hailing praise on it, bro. Most of these trainers they wanna have Joshua by their side. Do you know? Do you know the hype, the money, like the Wait 1 minute. Well, my Breland is not like people are saying, oh, my Breland jokes on this one. No, this guy is really serious. Like, he's really serious. It's just a fact. Are you there, bro? Olajide? Now, my Breland talked about Deontay Wilder resume. He said, If I bust the guys he bust, I will beat them. That's the bottom line. You say he had some good wins. A good win. Just that. Lose on this fight. That was it. Oh my god. My brother's like really beat around here, man. I tell you this. Like this is like really crazy. I don't know if our brother Olajide is still here.
Yeah, look, you see, the thing there is, you see, on that part here,
Mm-hmm.
at the moment, right, most people are still looking into the AJ of 2019, 1st of June, right? And that's still the AJ everyone is still looking into. And that's why most trainers, managers are like, oh, now AJ is scared. Because why? In terms of history, as a boxer, when you lose a fight, you will feel timid a bit in the next fight to boost yourself and everything. But I like one thing AJ has done: no break, no nothing, continue to face challenges, right? Which I can recover. I can hail and praise Dillian for doing the same thing. Because when he lost, he continued fighting. Even if you say he continued finding opponents that will put him at risk, right? To go keep going for the test and everything. But the thing there is this: most of these managers, in terms of looking at AJ, the cash cow, the money bank, the one with the most endorsements, right? The one that has everything, right? So that alone will make you feel like, okay, you wish, right? Yeah, there's nothing a fighter want that seems like you wish. But another thing that is, everyone is looking into Fury as the way Fury fought Deontay February 2020. But one thing a lot of people forgot is Fury does fight like this before. How does Fury get his knockout? Once Fury realizes you're not responding, then he start wrapping up punches on you. Right? Fury does not knock people out completely. What he does is TKO, where he start rumbling punches on his opponent when he realizes, okay, they can't do anything. Just like this one he did to the German guy, that the fight was stopping around 3 before he fought one, right? After everything, and started rolling punches on him. And that's the same thing he did again with Deontay. So it's not a thing where people look at it like, oh, he fought like he came, standing forward and everything. Fury has fought on the front foot a couple of times. He's done that a couple of times. If you look at Fury's fights and everything. But the only thing people are looking at now is, oh, if Fury can do this to Deontay. But there's one thing people are not looking at, which is AJ is not the same fighter as Deontay. They are two completely different fighters. AJ is heavy on both ends. AJ is a boxer and a fighter. And that's why I love the only person that said something a bit fair, but still kind of a bit biased as well, was Lewis, when he said both of them are puncher boxers. But there are some mistakes AJ makes, and Fury will easily, realize that mistakes, and the fact that Fury is taller, that the 3-inch height and everything. But again, AJ fighting people taller than him, because if you remember, Brazil was taller than AJ. If you're taller than AJ, he knows how to kind of deal with you, because this time around now he's not the one looking down. And I think AJ performs a bit better when you're roughly around his height or when you're taller.
Yeah, bro, that is the fact.
So those are the things people ignore to put in there. But people only judging from the way Fury has dealt with Deontay, but ignore the fact that Deontay and AJ are two different fighters. But the only thing I keep saying is, because I know a lot of us have been debating about here in the UK as well. Like, you know what? Hopefully they fight. When they fight, we'll see. Because the thing there is, what happens when AJ start fighting Fury? Because Fury does not like it when you start fighting with him. How is Fury gonna react then? That's what people are ignoring. So
Yeah, bro. It's a fact. That's what they're ignoring, and you need it, bro. You need it. Most say that you really need it. So, I'm going to definitely take a look at you guys. Stuff here. Let me see. You guys can see me. So I'm gonna take a look at you guys' statement here. On the channel. Take a look at it here. And respond. So
Hello.
yeah, bro, okay. Joseph Ajayi says, greetings from Dublin. Hope you guys are keeping well. Greetings, brother. God bless you. And, I see all of you guys support the channel. I like the fact that the Nigerian brothers are doing the needful, Nigerians are growing, on this platform, and I love to see it. Wait a minute. DE99 says, bless you, bro. Bless you, brother. God bless you. Onogun Ochuko says, good job, brotherly. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. Ronald Finkley says, listening in. Benjamin Akai, water all the way. He is still the king. I'm from Ghana. I love you, Vietnamese, bro. Water is the king in his own backyard, bro. He's not a king anymore. He doesn't have he holds no title. You cannot be a king without title. To be a king, you have to hold either the WBC, IBF, WBO, and the WBA, titles. Maybe IBO. IBO now is getting recognition. If you don't hold any of those, championship belts, then you are not a king. It's just the fact. Let's not get it twisted, guys. It's not the fact. It's not. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not even get it twisted, guys. It's the fact. You have to hold a title to be considered a king. Anyway, let's continue. Our brother Fire Black 74.14 says, the bronze bomber shall reign again. Yeah, man. Arguably, he will reign again. I'm not doubting it for sure. I'm not doubting it. He will reign again, depending. Like Breland said, he's done. He said he's already saying it's done. But do I think Water is done? Not like that. Except if he's lost the love, but if you stop loving boxing, then you start failing away. No matter what you do, it's just a fact. But do I think Water still love boxing? Probably. We don't know. Let me continue with that. Let me read it. Queen AK says, good evening. Good evening, Queen. Ronald Finkley says, yup, J. Diaz has no spine to clarify what Water says happened to him in the fight. Queen Nikki says, great show, my brother, thanks. Queen AG Gypsy number 1. AG says Gypsy King #1. Mr. Jones, look who it is. It's the Anthony Joshua fanboy girl who was to marry AJ in his own wedding dress. This guy is so funny, bro. Yeah, you're funny. You must be a Deontay Wilder. No, you're a Tyson Fury fan. I can see the picture right there. You know, it's nice to support Tyson Fury. Listen, Tyson Fury is a good fighter, no doubt about it. Okay, I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, but who has he fought? You know, he's different. Everybody can say who's better. Look at the resume, guys. And that's why I want you all to count Joshua out, like count him out completely. Joshua has no chance. I like that because I like Joshua. Joshua is is extremely dangerous. Becomes more dangerous when he's the underdog, and that's what makes him special. And that's what some of you guys don't understand yet now. You understand very soon. Breland fakely says no good coach in his right mind would or should allow a boxer to make that decision. We are in the medieval days. We are not in the medieval days anymore. It's a sport. Yeah, boxing is a very sweet sport. Okay, sweet sport. But at the same time, there's politics in it. So, Destiny Media IT. Shout out to you, brother. God bless you. Fire Black says, are you saying that all Wilder fans are hateful? All Wilder fans are not hateful. Our brother, one of our brother, Adewale is a Deontay Wilder fan. Where's Adewale, by the way? Adewale is a Deontay Wilder fan, but he supports Wilder for reasons known to him. He's expressed it a lot of times. But at the same time, he's not hateful. He supports Wilder as a Deontay Wilder fan. But I'm talking about the LDBC, okay? Those guys are really toxic in a way. Mr. Jones says, don't worry, the YB, Hatma, and Boxing Bits and Sporting Icons are worse. They want to have AJ's babies and move in with him. Oh my god, this guy make me laugh, man. Mr. Jones, listen, Mr. Jones, huh? Jump in on the live. You want to talk? Jump in, bro. Jump in. It'd be nice to hear from you. You tend to be. It looks like you're a really Tyson Fury fan. Jump in, brother. Jagaleo says Wilder lost to Fury because of his arrogance and technical deficiencies, but he can win Fury if he can control his emotions and fight intelligently. Yeah, I mean, not bad. That's a good statement for sure. At the same time, Wilder is not as yet to improve on his boxing skills. It's one thing saying that he lost. You have to have more than just a right hand. Like Breland said, Wilder didn't throw a jab. He didn't do none of that. So how do you expect a guy to win against Fury? Like, you have to be able to, you have to have everything, if not, all. The SO of the row. This guy says, we have more photos of Fury shitting on my channel. You can run from them. You can't run from them. Truth can be stopped. Olajide, are you there? Are you there?
Yeah.
Like what? I'm yet to see photos or videos of like that verified Fury shitted. Why do you think a lot of people say what they say?
That verifies what?
That this guy is saying the SO of the row says
Mm-hmm.
we have more photos of Fury. She did on my channel. You can't something like you wanted to write. You can't run from them. Truth can be stopped. What do you think it means by that? Like where are they?
Yeah, you
Where?
see, the thing is this, yeah.
Mhm.
Um, it's the truth is, it's a boxing channel, right?
Mhm.
It's not all the time you would have all AJ fans sitting on your channel, sitting on your page when you're doing your thing.
I know.
It's not all the time.
I'm saying where was the like? I need to know. I mean, I'm yet to see pictures, videos of that if you're really injecting something, or like the spike water I've always heard about. Where are the evidence now? This is
No,
what I'm
you
saying.
see, no, the thing is this here.
Mm-hmm.
Tyson Fury's water has never been spiked. The only thing Tyson Fury has always done is always cautious. Because against Deontay, when the fight finished, he said himself, he said the reason why he refused the water was because, and they gave instances of people it has happened to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only taking precaution. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a thing of maybe Tyson. Obviously, there have been things where, okay, Tyson Fury done this, done that, right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
why he's doing this, he's being no. Tyson Fury is one of those boxers that is always very careful. If you're not on his team, and if you're on his team, if he doesn't trust you to that extent, Tyson Fury is not taking anything from you. He did the same thing when he fought Vladimir Klitschko, and that's when he started that not drinking water thing after match. That's when he look at those he allows to take his stuff and what he stops with him. Because he said all those things are precautions because there are some fighters that things that never happened to. So he's doing his ones for precautions.
Let me continue. I mean, Kevin Joe says, "Good evening, guys. Good evening to you, brother. God bless you." Emmanuel, okay, Abbas. I don't know. I can't pronounce the name, bro. I don't know where is that from. Okay. Emmanuel Obend says Wilder Fury 3 is what we want to see to settle everything. What do you make of that, bro? That statement. Wilder, Fury 3. What do you make of that, bro? Alajide, you there?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, what do you make of that statement, coming from Emmanuel Obeng? Says Wilder, the trilogy of Wilder versus Fury is what they want to see. Do you want to see that fight?
Well, the truth is, for me personally, is it a fight I really want to see? I would like to see, but not now. And if I say not now, it's because at the moment, if we're going to be genuinely honest, Deontay Wilder is still damaged. So when
damage from what?
Okay, there's still a lot of damage controls going on, and that's why it's like the blame is there, from one soliciting thing to another, from mediation to wherever it is, right? But if it's a thing where the loss has been taken as a loss, definitely the rematch will have kind of like come, because I think the rematch was scheduled to be for June, and moved to July, from July to September to October to December, right? So which means dates were being picked, but were just being moved, right? So they look at it like, the time is gone off. And now from mediation, you've gone into something else. And it became a full deal. The mediation was not for the third fight, it was all for money. So which means the third fight. And the truth is this, I would love to see the other fight. I don't believe it's done. I'm still gonna love to see him do things. I don't believe it's done. I would still love to see him, because obviously him being there in the sport, like, it's still something like, every fighter like, Deontay, this and that. And with the few things it's done, I still rate him a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Even
Yeah,
if
yeah,
we
but Mark Breland don't rate him. He don't rate. He said it's
no
done. He said
no
his career is
no the thing
done.
that is no this is the thing that I wouldn't say McBrillion doesn't rate him. And that's why if you look at the things McBrillion was saying, McBrillions were only laying facts. Let's do this now, yeah? Look at AJ and Ruiz. When Ruiz lost and they fired his manager, what was the manager doing immediately? Blaming who? Ruiz. McBrillion didn't do that. I don't see McBrillion as being bitter or this and that. Nah. McBrillion still rate. It's just a thing like, listen, you don't throw someone into a deep pit because you're falling and not expect that person to strike back. To be honest, for me personally, in my humble opinion, I still believe McBrillion did well not to downgrade completely everything there was on that stuff. Because you threw McBrillion into a deep pit all because he failed.
So you need McBrillion has the right to go
To
in
say,
or
I'm not gonna lie
to
to you.
say
McBrillion
anything
has every
about
right to even sue him. McBrillion has every right to sue him for what he's done.
to what?
To sue Deontay for what he's done.
Really? Why will they do that?
No, but that's the rule. That's what I'm saying now. There's some managers that will just look at it like, you know what? You can't take it. That's fine. But trying to defend my name, trying to make me look like an idiot, I won't take that. But he didn't do that. He left it. That's why I say if you look at Andrew Ruiz and his previous manager, when he lost, even before he left the manager, what happened? He's been getting blamed. Robles has been blaming Ruiz. He didn't do this.
Oh, Robles was his trainer, not his manager.
He was his trainer. Yeah, just like McBrillion was his trainer as well.
Yeah, but Robles and the original got lazy. You know what I mean? He got lazy.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying now. Like Robles blamed Ruiz badly after the loss.
Well, Robles didn't blame Ruiz. He told Ruiz that listen, he told the truth. You know what I mean? He wasn't blaming. He said, listen, this guy wasn't ready. You know, I tried to get him to the gym a couple of times. He traveled to Mexico. He didn't want to do this. He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to do this. So he was basically telling us what was going on.
Yeah, it was exactly. That's exactly
what
I'm saying. And that's what I said. That's what McBrillion would have done. But he still didn't do that. And for that reason, I still respect McBrillion for his loyalty to Deontay, even with this stuff. Because other managers will come out lambasting and blasting off Deontay. Because to be honest, what Deontay did, you've got two trainers. One is a manager, one is a trainer. And you're blaming the trainer for everything. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. If you blame the whole team, fair enough. But if you're blaming one person for your fault, putting him in that kind of pit, like, come on, man. You don't do that. And like I said, McBrillion became a man. Even with this done, I rate him a lot because he didn't blast and lambast the Untoward. He only came out to say facts, like, you know what? At the end of the day, if you see every of his speech, they will tell you, think about the rest. So he didn't lambast them at all. He just came out to put fact, like, and like I said, the first one, only an idiot to know. If you look at it, you can see. You tell me what you think. So he's putting it there, but he's not going. Other managers will lambast him like, why are you blaming him for your thing? You know you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that, and you're blaming me. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. So for that reason, I still rate him a lot for that, and I respect him a lot for that.
Thanks, brother. So I'm gonna say, I have to read a little bit more. Fury, Mr. Hogger says Fury was robbed. First fight. Yes, he did. Let's say he won that fight by a round or two or so. But you can understand that, it is very hard to win a decision over Deontay Wilder. I mean, you cannot go to the Lion's Den and expect, to win like that, to go free, scot-free. So I guess the referee, the judges and all that had the Waters back. Let me take a look. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge says, "Where am I? This is my first time here. Where you are on Boxing Block Center, you know. So welcome." Lisa Bales say BBC. Lisa Bales, how you doing? Hope you're good. Hope everything is well out there. The pandemic is really doing a lot of damage around the world right now. I guess you know that. So hope you stay safe and your entire household. Sammy Kola says, "Some of you guys still believe in Deontay shooting theories. Y'all need to wake up from slumber. Deontay has nothing in him. I've said this way before he got bitten." Do you agree with that statement, Olajide? Deontay Wilder has nothing in him. What do you make of that statement?
Oh, to be honest, I wouldn't say he doesn't have anything in him. He just got a little. And the problem now is, I think Deontay should be 36 this year. It's a bit too late to put everything all together now. So that's the only thing there. Because at 36 now, so now I want to go back to the basics at 36. So now I want to start doing things you're not accustomed to doing. At 36 is not easy at all. It's not easy at all. Right? I wouldn't say he doesn't have anything in him. He's got this thing in him, but he only chooses to focus on one thing. He knows he's got the most, and that's what happened.
Yeah, brother. I have to agree. Jagaleo says there is no way Fury can beat AJ. Why couldn't Fury knock out Klitschko? AJ will fight like Fury and later use his own style to knock Fury out in the 9th round. Do you see Joshua stopping Tyson Fury in round 9?
To be honest, that's something to be said. Because for me personally, I still certify as a 50-55. For me personally, I see as a 50-55. It can go either ways. It can go either ways. I still certify as a 50-55 because, like I said, there's one thing there. Fury doesn't like to be fought with. And when you get to a stage, because you're taller, AJ will fight, just like he did against Klitschko. Fury doesn't like that. So the thing there is, how is Fury going to react? That's number one. Secondly, how is AJ as well going to react? Will AJ be able to control the speed and timing? Or is it Fury that will be controlling the speed and timing? Because whoever controls the speed and timing of that match wins the match.
Very interesting. I like that, brother. CMD Boxing Report. Shout out to you, brother. You know, you said Boxing Blue said that Lisa Bills was good, team. I'm glad I called this live stream. Shout out to you, brother. CMD, one of the realest, man. CMD Boxing Report. CMD, we need to collaborate very soon. You know, we need to collaborate again very soon. It's been a long time we did something, man. You know, let's get in touch very soon. Shout out to Eric Osarugwe. Tafida Gazama. I like Tafida Gazama. Tafida Gazama is like, that guy is knowledgeable. Huh? He can be, he can be, undiplomatic at some point, sometimes, but he's very professional. You know. He says haters of AJ can do anything to irritate him. That's true. Eric says Wilder fell from grass to grace. Or from grace to grass. Let's say from grace to grass. What do you make of that? Water fell from grace to grass. Is that really the case though? I mean, water has only lost once. I mean, sometimes I wonder how can can water really reclaim those titles like back if AJ and Fury are still on top? It's gonna be hard, because I don't know, man. But water, you can't really count him out because that right hand is still very dangerous, bro. I tell you that.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing there. I don't know why we as humans are fond of one thing. Water lost now. Everyone is like, oh, water fell from grace to grass. I don't see water falling, except if you choose to quit. Right, because this is a boxing match. You can lose at any time.
Mm-hmm.
All the big guns, all the legend, all lost matches on the way. Right. So saying water fell from grace to grass, I don't believe that. I don't support that. And talking about water claiming any title, I believe if water still stays in the game, water will. And why is that? If this undisputed bout goes on and the two fights are being done, and one person, either AJ or Fury, wins both bouts, the truth is they are not going to hold on to all the belts for long.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like Wilder might. I'm thinking if Fury beat Anthony Joshua, he's probably going to retire. He's likely to that guy. He probably going to retire because he wouldn't want Joshua to get to get his revenge. That's what I think. Okay, he will say there's no need anymore. We know Fury, the guy is bipolar, but I believe if Joshua beats Fury, he will give him a second fight. That's just Joshua. Joshua is like Joshua. Joshua keep to his word. Joshua, anything Joshua says is hard for Joshua to backtrack or whatever he says. Can't really say that about Tessa Fury. That's just a fact.
Definitely.
You can have a contract signed with Fury. Once he gets what he wants, he might say, "No, I'm not fighting again." He will look for a way to pull out. That's just it. Continue, bro.
No, you see, the thing there is, because the truth is, even if AJ wins, that's what I say on both sides. If they both win, if any of them, if AJ wins the bout twice, if his Fury wins the bout twice, there's nothing else to achieve again.
Yeah, there's nothing else to achieve again.
For either of the two, whoever wins.
Yeah,
there's nothing to achieve again. So definitely, they will drop some of the belts.
They might even drop all the belts and start fighting independently after they don't have to pay the sanctioning fees. Do you know how much people they use in paying sanctioning fees? Crazy,
so
man.
that's the thing there. I'm from there. That's why I said I don't think the Antiwala fell from grace to grass, because from that part he can pick up again.
That is definitely right. Shout out to the people in the house, still commenting and all that. I really appreciate it. And Mr. Jones, this guy is saying all sort of stuff. I like his listen. In as much as this guy think we're like, listen, you guys don't really understand. I BBC. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua, a fan of Juju's, a fan of Rafak Bejuri, a fan of Carlos Takam, a fan of Mati Bakole, a fan of Efia Jagba, a fan of Joshua Wahab, a fan of King Davidson, a fan of Efia Apochi, a fan of all these guys, Roland, Izedome, all those guys. I'm a fan of every Nigerian and African boxers. Why am I a fan of all these guys? Ask yourself, how many African or Nigerian platform do you have on YouTube, or do you have, let's say, on the digital media platform? How many do you have? Maybe not. Let's say, not forget about YouTube. How many do you have in general? I mean, hardly one or so, two, something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like on YouTube, you hardly even come across an African or Nigerian platform, boxing platform. So I'm making a change. So they say charity begins at home. So you have to be able to support your people, because you look at it. Listen, okay, now let's take a look at Rafa Akpajore, for example. Rafa Akpajore right now, if the last time he fought, go watch that fight. Go watch that fight. Okay, have you guys watched it? Go watch that fight. He's 9-0 now with 9 knockouts. How many channels on YouTube talked about it? How many of them talked about the win? 2. Me and True School Sports. True School Sports did some commentary on the fight. He was there. True School Sports is from Florida, you know. So he was there to support. True School Sports, an American, was there to support a Nigerian. You know what I mean? So he's a fan. He's a boxing fan. True School Sports. Only me and True School Sports talk about that. And maybe something like that. Was the name of that guy again? He's very. I don't remember the name, because he's part of the LDBC now. So anything LDBC now, I don't want to know about it. But the guy is good. Okay, the guy is good. He knows a lot about heavyweight boxing. He talks about, like, if you want to know a little about heavyweight boxing, you go to that guy's channel. You know, you go to that channel, you see it there. And the guy's good. He didn't talk about it, but he posted a clip of it. So I know that guy automatically he would do that. Okay, because he's a fan of heavyweight boxing. Other than me and True School Sports, who else talked about Bajore win? We're talking about the heavyweight division right now that is popping. Do you know how many views that video got now? That video has now, that full fight video now, go check it out, has more than 13,000 views in just 2 days that I posted it. You see now? Listen, but when you start hearing more of Akpajore, you start seeing all these guys coming say, "Oh, I'm a fan of Akpajore, I'm fan of this, I'm fan of this," but you were not supporting them. How many American American or British platform channel on YouTube know about African boxing or even follow it? You follow Joshua because Joshua was born in the UK. You know, Joshua represents Nigeria. He represents Africa. You know, he's proud of where he's from. You follow these guys that you know that from the UK, that either born in the UK or based in the UK. You know, got their fame in the UK. Like, God knows. How many of you followed Efe Ajagba when he was unknown? You go look at how much time I put in promoting Ajagba, in making sure people know about him. A lot of people knew about Ajagba from this channel right here. That's the fact. If you think I'm lying, go do your research. Even Joe Joyce, for example, he wasn't known by a lot of Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians didn't know who Joe Joyce was. In fact, I remember the first time I posted Joe Joyce on this platform, we were like, who believes him? You know, they were surprised to know he's Nigerian. They never knew he's Nigerian. The people that knew Joe Joyce were the ones who were already in the UK or some in the US who follow boxing. Other than that, they didn't know him. It's a fact. I'm not even joking. I'm not kidding. It's a fact. So my platform has helped to showcase all those guys because, in fact, I came even late to the scene. If I knew, I would have definitely get into this early because I've been a boxing fan since forever. Okay, but I never really, really took advantage of, like, I never really thought of opening a platform where I can promote them. I was just always looking towards, other guys to do it, and I saw that I found out that they weren't going to do it. Nobody was going to do it. Like, nobody will come and help you promote your own if you don't promote your own. That's why I have now, my main aim is to promote Nigerian and African fighters. So if you like, except, like, there was one guy like that, the guy won a tournament. He's based in the UK. I don't want to mention the guy's name. He's not even worth mentioning. The guy, I was supposed to interview the guy. Okay, someone directed, like, talked to the guy on my behalf. Okay, And the guy is a Nigerian, was born in Nigeria. And he told the person that, oh, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. Like, you are not even, there are some Nigerians like that. They go, they form, behaving like they are Alpha and Omega. Nobody knows who you are. If you're a Nigerian father or African father, and you don't go through BBC, I mean, BBC don't talk about you, then you are relevant. It's a fact. You're relevant because, listen, you're relevant because you feel too big. You feel too big. Do you know that Anthony Joshua at some point when PBC wanted to take my channel down, Joshua kind of prevented that from happening. I remember as there's a clip I did. There's a clip I used on one of my platforms. Listen, this was 2 years ago, 2 years ago, something like that. 2 years ago, or a year plus. Okay, Joshua had the right to really shut my channel down, but he didn't. He sent me 7 days, like a notice and say, hey bro, take it. You know what I mean? Like, 7 days. This I complied. I did the needful. But all the other guys, they see you talk about them, they see you post something about them, they just want to take you down. They just want to like. Oh, Joshua didn't do that because he knows. You know what I mean? Not because I'm Nigerian, but because I'm doing the right thing. I'm not here bashing anybody here. I'm not here telling people, oh, this is it. Yes, I have gone hard on Deontay Wilder before, but that's because Deontay Wilder really, really made me go hard on him. It's a fact. Okay? Deontay Wilder did something that made me go hard on him. Deontay Wilder, for Deontay Wilder to come out and say, oh, I don't think Anthony Joshua Anthony Joshua should remove that African, tattoo that he has. He was a very big disrespect. It was very big. Like, you cannot tell a son of the soil to do that. It's impossible. You know what I mean? Like Joshua is as Nigerian as I am. I was born and bred in Nigeria. Okay, I was born and bred in Nigeria before moving out. Like, Joshua is as Nigerian as I am. There's no difference. There was one time when our brother Efia Jagba came out and said, "Oh, Joshua, because Joshua was not born in Nigeria. Joshua was not born in Nigeria. He's of UK. No, Joshua is not from UK. Joshua was born in the UK to Nigerian parents. He has a British passport. So you are saying now, because my son has a German passport, was born here, so you are telling me now that the German will see my son as a German, or what? What are you saying now? When they see my son, the first thing they see is, oh, this guy is mixed, okay? Or he's black to some people. They're not going to see German in him until he becomes something big. Then they claim him. This is a fact. This is why you guys have to teach your kids where they're from. First, be proud of where you were born. Be proud of, don't badmouth who people who gave you the platform to become what they want to be, what you wanted to become. Don't badmouth them, but at the same time, recognize where you're from. It's just a fact. If you're mixed, for example, recognize, the two sides. But always remember, you are in the Western world. If you go out of your comfort zone, if you leave your vicinity, for example, you leave your town, village, or your city, you go to another one, especially when you live in a country that is very diverse and have different values. For example, if you live in Germany, Germany has a lot of regions. Like, I remember one time going to Brandenburg side, okay, the village there. When I went there, like, I went to visit one of my guys there. You know what I mean? Like, bro, my experience was shocking. My experience was shocking. I don't want to say right here, but it was shocking. Okay, it's like these guys have never seen a black person before. They're listening on TV. We are talking about Germany right here. Okay, in that place that I went to, I was like saying, I was like an alien. So imagine, this is what I'm always saying, things will change with time. At the same time, recognize where you're from. Okay, so Joshua saying now, okay, I talk about saying when he said, okay, Joshua is not that. I understand he made a very big mistake until I corrected him and said, "Hey, bro, this is not how it is, man. You know, you don't have to. You don't have to. Listen, some people think, even in Nigeria, let me tell you something, guys. Let me dive a little bit. Even in Nigeria, if you have never gone through bad times in terms of, for example, if you come from a wealthy family, you know, some Nigerians that grew up in the street, like me, like some of them are even, they might see you a different, they might see in a different way, as like they might not see you as Nigerian like that. Like you're Nigerian, but they will say, this guy, this is a Jebo guy, they do any, they understand those kind of things. This guy is not Jebota, they be all those kind of things. So there's always this special, but this is what I say. Nobody is more Nigerian than the other one. So support your people, support them, support, even though they were not born there. I support every Nigerian father, whether you're born in Nigeria, you're not born in Nigeria. There's no difference, bro. The only difference is the passport. Okay, it's a fact. It's the passport. You born here, you have the passport. You have the ability to get a Nigerian passport. You born in Nigeria, you have a Nigerian passport. Maybe you naturalize in the country, and you like, the only difference is where you born, nothing else. And I like the fact that Nigerian fighters, a lot of them, some of them tend to forget where they're from after they make it, but a lot of them embrace it. The people that embrace it are more than the ones that forget it. I remember even back in the UK, Olajide himself was born in the UK. So he would definitely tell you how it was when he was growing up, like how being Nigerian was not cool at some point, but we made it cool because Nigerians, we are very, proud people, like even being African to some, if you go to some places, being African is like a challenge already, it's a fact. So, bro, support your own first. And I'm glad that I created this platform. When I interviewed King Davison last night, I was ashamed of myself. I was really ashamed of myself. Do you know that King Davison represents Nigeria? I didn't know about it. King Davison turned pro in 2007, and I didn't know the guy. Never heard the guy's name before. That is not something that is right. It's a fact. Now you see what I'm saying, that you see where I always talk about the need of us growing boxing in Nigeria. We need to grow boxing in Africa. In fact, Africa is like you have all these talents being wasted all over. And we are lacking behind. I don't know why you talk about boxing and like people say, so this guy won't be Jackie Chan or waiting, or you know what I mean. So that thought need to change. Boxing is a sweet science, and people that love it should embrace it. Anyway, I don't want to rant, tired, man. Let me wait. This guy. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Ayodele. Wait, Fury is a criminal in the Canaan cartel. Whoa. Ladi, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
He said Fury is a criminal in the Kinahan cartel. You know that he's not that guy Kinahan from Ireland, right?
Mm-hmm.
The former, I think is a former Fury manager. I don't know if I'm correct. Fury manager. So, what happened to the guy? I heard that he got arrested or so. What happened?
I didn't really follow the story. The story was a bit of a funny thing, so I didn't really follow it that much. Even though sometimes it was something really stupid. I think they did.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like, I think one thing that kills us mostly here is sometimes we hype when we're not meant to be hype. We hype when we're not meant to be hyping, and most times it puts us in trouble. it gets her in trouble. So that was just it's kind of a realistic thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just, well, I guess that's part of life, like he's not the first person now. I mean, imagine this boxer as well. If not for the kind of name he's got, he would have gone jail as well. And remember this boxer as well that was talking about punching ladies and everything. We couldn't do some stupid things and everything.
Religious sadness or what?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we hype when not necessary, but because they look at you, sometimes you're meant to be a role model to certain people. So when you do certain things, you get punished for it because you've got people looking up to you. So that's how I can explain what happened with it.
Anyway, brothers, God bless you all for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. As usual, I give you guys nothing but extraordinary bangers. We'll be right back very soon with extraordinary bangers as well, because we're going to be talking about the giving you updates. We're going to be giving you updates regarding the Joshua Fury bout. Okay, according to Eddie Hearn, some things are already being cleared up, but at the same time, there are little things that needs to be sorted out, and both Team Joshua and Team Fury are like hesitating to cooperate in that aspect. But we'll let you guys know what's up very soon. So stay blessed, stay hungry, stay humble. Go subscribe to Ray Blog Media. Now, God, I take the guna. Ray Blog Media, subscribe. It's very important that you do so. All the enemies that try to take the channel down are gonna be put in shame for sure. Ninja, no, they carry last. There's a reason why we say that. Ninja, they carry last. Be that as it may, despite all the challenges, despite all the things going on, despite all the the backlash, despite all the attacks from all these guys, I'm still right here standing. So you need to try harder. God bless you all, guys. Cheers.